Hi guys, so I want to talk about a thing I just don't get. Now, I'm not gonna bash Pokemon. I really do like Pokemon. I can't wait for third gen remake, but this is something I just really don't get, and yet they are similar to Pokemon, and yet they don't actually look like it, but they do share the same similarities as well. So let's talk about, you're too old to play Pokemon. So everybody gets criticized if you're old enough and you're still playing Pokemon and you're labeled as a fat loser or a dumb kid, or you need to grow the fuck up, enjoy mature shit around there. Yeah, I get it, okay, so if I can't play Pokemon, that means I should be miserable as fuck, right? No, I still could be miserable by learning life experiences, but I want to play Pokemon because I love the fucking series around here. And yeah, it's a fucking one of the great things out there. But this is something I just don't get with you guys. So you claim that Pokemon is not mature enough, but yet you play these mobile phone games and Facebook games that you claim that they are mature, and you do know you touch these games. And it's gotta be one of these games you guys definitely touch, and yet you are instantly not called a kid, when clearly it is based on a kid-friendly genre. So I'm gonna throw these 4 games: Pokemon, Candy Crush, Flappy Bird, and Kim Kardashian's Hollywood whatever Spencergens. I don't know what the name is though, but I know you guys play that shit around there. So why I'm gonna compare these 4? So there's 3 actual things that they do share like Pokemon. 1 is easy to learn, 2 it's colorful, and 3 a session. That's right, we're gonna go start with these 3 little simple things that they are similar to Pokemon. So Pokemon is very easy to learn. You gotta learn your resistance, your weaknesses, your stats, your Pokemons, your evolutions, and progress and on. And even if you do not know that stuff, you still learn on the very way, and you become really good by progressing the whole stage. And that's the same thing with Candy Crush. Candy Crush, you gotta collect 3 or more same shape, color candies. Combine them, you get a good power, or like a big jewel status that you could blow up other candies and progress even more. And you gotta reach a certain limit of lines you gotta complete to move on to the next level. Same thing with Flappy Bird. Just make sure you don't over tap and under tap, or else you're gonna get hit in the head and you gotta start all over again. Kim Kardashian, you gotta read the freaking text and make sure whatever they want to go with, and you can see your errors with those games. Which all 4 of these games, you learn your errors and you still want to get good at it, and you still come back to it. Colorful. All these 4 games are really colorful. They're like cute, kid-friendly, animated, colorful games. Candy Crush, everybody likes candy, and it's easy to play, even though it is a ripoff but Bejeweled. Flappy Bird is colorful because it is 16-bit graphics, and it's pretty much enjoyable to watch the bird get smacked all the time, which I'll talk about in a session later on. And Kim Kardashian, you wanted her to make her look really good on dresses and outfits that you want to do, so it's like your personal taste on your virtual character. And when it comes to Pokemon, it's colorful because every Pokemon is not the same color, and there are basically beautiful in other colors, including the shinies Pokemon, even though some don't look bad. And that comes with the last thing, obsession. That's right. So you probably went to this stage with Flappy Bird, Candy Crush, and maybe the Kim Kardashian game. But it's the same thing with Pokemon. As the more you progress on the game, the more you become obsessed with it, and the more you want to complete the game. You want to beat the game, and that's it. You feel like you beat one of the easiest games out there. Because come on, Pokemon's not that hard to play when it comes to those CPUs or AIs. But once you reach the competitive side, then it's the real deal shit around there. But either way, it's easy to learn the game, beat the game, and carry your skills that you learn from Pokemon into the next Pokemon. Same thing Candy Crush. Every time you lose and every time you need more lives, you beg for people, you send them invites, or you do the cheat code where you could just switch your hours and reset your hours, and you get more lives, because this was like an infinite life cheat if you don't never heard. And you want to do that if you're highly obsessed with Candy Crush, switch your timer on your phone, switch it back to normal, boom, infinite lives, and it'll save you good money, okay? And you know, you come with that. And with Flappy Bird, same thing with Pokemon, with the competitive side. It is a friendly competitive game. So if you see your friend who has the most score out there, or who beat you by a point, you want to get that extra point and rub it on his face or her face and say like, look man, I beat your score, try to beat that. Then your friend, he might think about like, nah, I don't care anything. Then later on, he will come back to Flappy Bird and he wants to defeat your score, which it becomes a session. And even you did say like, oh man, this guy has no life. When there's going to a point that I want to beat your score. I want to beat that score and rub it in your face, because I know that score is going to be impossible to reach and you can't do nothing about it until you waste massive hours and rage on Flappy Bird, which is the same thing with Pokemon, because you deal with higher trainers and higher level Pokemon, you are going to lose that, but you still want to beat that trainer to progress on and, you know, have a friendly competition with your relatives, your friends on freaking battling. And, you know, Kim Kardashian, you know the game made a lot of money, so you either bought those silly dresses for her, or you did a lot of multitasking and unlocks, which like points or microtransaction points to get that dress, which is called a session right there. So that's the thing I just don't get. Those games I mentioned are kid friendly, but young adults still come across around it, including teenagers. And yet you're going to point at Pokemon that is meant for little kids, when clearly you are playing a game that is meant for little kids. But Kim Kardashian is like, you know, for older people. It's a harsh reality truth around here, but apparently she is a role model to young girls. That's right, she is basically a role model to young girls, either you like it or not, man. Candy Crush is meant for little kids. Bejeweled and Candy Crush, no fucking hard tasking out there. It doesn't require too much brain power. All you gotta do is connect the dots, like every goddamn game that allows you to connect the dots, and boom. Flappy Bird is a little bit more extreme, but Pokemon share that difficulty as well. Which is why if you want to go a little harder, Flappy Bird is your game. And the same thing with Pokemon. The more you progress, the harder it gets, until you annihilated everyone with your powerful team, which it becomes an obsession that you built it with that games. So clearly, to those adults and mature people who keep saying Pokemon is meant for kids, you are playing it a kid's game. And either you like it or not, they are meant for kids and you enjoy them, just we love Pokemon as well. So that's all I'm going to cover for you guys around here though, so that's it. If you have any subjects for me to cover for you, like things you don't get, let me know and I'll cover for you. And my question for you guys is that, is over 13 years old is too old to play Pokemon? If so, let me know. For me, it's not too old. Because like when I mentioned the video, you could be old or young to play mobile games, even they are kid friendly. And the same thing with Pokemon, you can't be old or too young, because it's meant for everyone and is indeed enjoyable when it's non-competitive as well. So that's all I gotta say. So same as always, if you like this video, leave a thumbs up. If you don't like this video, leave a thumbs up. Make sure you leave your comments down below in the comment box, and make sure you leave that subscribe button right there. Make sure you click it. And that's all I'm gonna say. This is X Zenith. Have a wonderful day and take care, and I'll see you on Thursday's video. Take care.